So by the end of this webinar, where you'll be able to talk about likes and dislikes. So use ing adjectives. So we'll look at describing activities and then answer common part 1 questions on leisure. And then we'll look at a book or a movie in part 2. And we'll look at different language you can use to give opinions in part 3 of the test. So in part 1, the examiner will ask you 12 questions. So you'll have a short introduction, and there's 3 sets of questions. Now, the first 2 are not likely to change much. They might rewrite the questions, but it's going to be about work or study or where you live. So do you work or are you a student? Let's talk about where you live. Do you live in a house or an apartment? So they do change the questions around, but they're going to be based around those topics. Then you'll get 2 topics, 4 questions each. So there'll be 12 questions in all. So there'll be familiar topics. So they should be familiar with you. Kind of like when you meet someone for the first time, the things you would talk about. And it's going to be about 5 minutes long. So you might get asked about hobbies, leisure activities. You know, there's lots of different topics that the examiner can ask. So if we're talking about works and about hobbies and leisure, what kind of questions do you think the examiner might ask? Okay. Yeah. Think about some questions. So before you start asking questions, let's answer these ones, and then I can come back to your questions at the end. So please make sure you put them in the Q&A box, guys, okay? Because I'll miss the questions, obviously. Okay, do you prefer indoor, outdoor activities? What's your favorite activity to do in your free time? Okay, maybe fishing, yeah. What do you like to do in your free time? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, what free time activities are popular in your country, Jeanette? Yeah. Well, maybe. We'll have a look at the question related to that later. Okay. So we've got some topics here. So what do you think the first one would be about? A nudge, yeah. It is actually a topic, recently added one. Could be family, friends. Yeah. What about the second one next to it? Yeah, how often do you spend time with your family? Do you like to read? So if they ask you about reading, what other topics might they ask? Favorite book, yeah. So yeah, Anna, bottom one, favorite author. Yeah, good, Scott. Okay, what about the one on the left there at the bottom? Favorite TV show, yeah. Do you enjoy watching television programs? Kind of, yeah. What was the last book you read? That would work for the book. Yeah, reading. The last one. Yeah. Sports. Good. How much exercise do you do? What's your favorite sport? How often do you play sport? Okay, good. Very good. Okay, so likes and dislikes. So, what about the first one? You like it or not? A. Mohammed, yeah. Everyone, no. If it was about selfies, I bet everyone would say yes. Yeah. What about B? Okay, not all the time, sometime. Yeah. Reading. Okay. What about C? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I guess this is an interesting one because people have moved away from television now to computers, so they watch a lot of things on computer rather than TV. What about D? Yeah, a lot of people like playing sport. Good. Okay, very good. Now, you don't always have to say you like something. You can answer in the negative. You don't always have to say, well, I love reading. You can say, actually, I don't read a lot. I'm not too keen on reading. And also, I don't have a lot of time to read. I'm too busy at work. Yeah, you don't always have to reply in the positive. Right. So let's have a look at some expressions. And you tell me whether they mean like or dislike. So I'm quite keen on reading. Yeah, good. I don't see the point of playing football. Okay, good. I can't stand going to the gym. Very good. I find watching TV really relaxing. Yeah, good. I'm not a big fan of action movies. Neo, good. Yeah, Aparami, good. Fahad, good. Yeah, good. I like to unwind by spending time with my family. And that's a nice expression there. I like to unwind by. Okay, good. I'm really into this series on Netflix at the moment. Really into. Good. Going shopping for clothes just seems like a waste of time to me. Lots of men would probably agree with that. Good, Mohammed. Taiwan, yeah. Okay, good. So some good expressions there that you can use in the test. I'm quite keen on. I find whatever it is, watching TV really relaxing. I like to unwind by. That's a nice one. I'm really into. I don't see the point of, can't stand, not a big fan of. Seems like a waste of time. So some good expressions for you to use. So what do you do to relax? What do you like to do to relax? Reading, reading. Hiking, adventure trips, good. Ah, Ren Hao, thank you. Now, if the examiner asks you about hobbies and things like that, don't say sleeping, because sleeping is not a hobby. You're not going to say, oh, I'm going to do 2 hours sleeping this afternoon. Yeah, I'm going to sleep. Don't answer like that. Okay, it's quite a common answer. You'd be surprised. I used to get it a lot in China, but don't say sleeping. Yeah, because it's obvious that if you sleep that you're going to be relaxed, all right? Yeah, no, not even taking a nap. So don't use that. Okay, good. Janet, yeah, all right. Meditation, Anna, okay, very good. Yoga, good. Right. What don't you enjoy doing then? Don't you enjoy doing? Working, cooking food, studying. Okay, well, I don't want to repeat that one. Cleaning, shopping, okay. Okay, running. Right, some interesting answers there, guys. Some I wouldn't use in the IELTS test, though. So, how would you describe these activities then? So, what's the first one? Just let me know that you can hear me, guys. Some people seem to be having a problem with their sound. Just let me know that you can hear me. Adventurous, dangerous, yet exciting. Yeah. What kind of cycling, though? It has a specific name. Is it road cycling? Yeah, mountain biking, good. Yeah, you could say off-road. George or Jorge, I'm not too sure yet. Adrenaline. Yeah. Okay. What about this one and B? How would you describe this? Okay. Loud. Michael, lucrative. It might be lucrative for the DJ, yeah. Could be a concert. Could be in a nightclub. Moo, okay. Chilling. Party. Yeah. Dancing. Okay. Could be a carnival, yeah. Could be an outdoor concert. Loud, yeah. Okay. What about this one? So look at the guy in the middle. Depressed. Well, he'd probably be depressed if he was watching Newcastle United. That's the football team of my hometown, so he'd probably be depressed and upset then. Sad, yeah, maybe losing the game, disappointed, yeah, yeah, losing. He looks pretty upset. What about the last one? Yeah, Rachel, okay. Reading. So what are they reading in? What are they lying down in? Do you know the name of that? So do you know the name of that? Yeah, very good, Jeanette. It's a hammock, yeah. Good, good. Oh, yeah, very good. Okay, taking it easy, yeah. Chilling, yeah, right. So which one would you describe as exhilarating? A, yeah. Could be B, I guess, as well. What about relaxing? Yeah, definitely. B, well, I kind of, I don't, well, you could kind of let off steam at a disco, maybe helps you relax if you're dancing around. D for sure. What about stressful? Stressful. C could be stressful, again, if you're watching Newcastle United. A could be a little bit stressful if you find yourself in a dangerous situation. Pointless. Pointless. I guess this all depends on your personal preferences. Yeah. What about worthwhile? Worthwhile. Good. D, yeah. If you're reading, you're likely to be learning something. Boring. Again, it's going to be a personal preference. Okay, good. Exhausting. Exhausting. A and B, yeah. If you're dancing a lot, you'd probably be exhausting. Definitely A if you're going up and down mountains for sure. Rewarding. D, yeah, could be Sky. A also could be. So you get a sense of achievement by getting to the top of the mountain and coming back down without injuring yourself. That would be rewarding. Yeah. Okay. So have a look at these. So describing activities, which word is correct? So have a look at the box and tell me which one is correct. Okay. Good. Stephen, David, yeah, Sunny, Tree, good. Taiwo, Han, yeah, very good. Okay. What about the next one? Good, Sky. Neil, good. Daniela, good. Yeah. Next one. Okay, there's a little bit of delay on the chat box. Yeah, good, Tom. Yeah, Renhal, good. Emmanuel, good. Yeah, very good. So some nice words there. Now be careful with relaxing. Yeah, I'll explain about that in a minute. What about the last one there? What about the last one? Yeah, Kelly, yeah. Tam, good. Rami, good. Yeah, good. So, can you change the sentences to ed adjectives? So, there's an example. Going for walks in the country always makes me feel relaxed. Can you change them into ed sentences? So, go from the first one, cinema. If you're quick at typing. Marta, good. Neil, you could say, I feel relaxed after I've been to the cinema. Yeah. Yeah, going to the cinema makes me feel relaxed. Yeah. Adla, yeah. What about to? Book. Daniela, good. I'm fascinated by the book I read the other day. Yeah. I feel relaxed when I read. Yeah, Janet, good. What about my team? My team. Yeah, lady, that works. Ren Howell makes me feel exhilarated. Good. What about the last one? Sky, yeah, I get bored when I go shopping. Okay, good. Well, tree, you'd have to say boring there. Yeah, do I get bored when I go shopping? Okay, good. Okay, good. Right, let's have a look at hobbies and free time. So, what do you like to do to relax? Well, we'll just flick through these because we've already kind of discussed this. But if we look at an example, I like running. Now, if the examiner says, what do you like to do to relax? And you say, like, running, what's wrong with that? So if the examiner asked you, what do you like to do to relax? And you just said, I like running. Yeah, Abdullah, Dave, yeah, it's too short. So you don't want to expand too much in part one, but you do need to expand, yeah? So it's too short. How can you develop that? How could you develop it? Well, not necessarily wrong though, because some people do like running to relax. Yeah, it helps them to relieve stress. Yeah, it may seem weird to a few people, but running. So Amy, yeah, give reasons. So let's have a look. So we can answer the question. Well, I'd say that my favorite, what we're going to put in the gap. What are we going to put in the gap? Well, pastime, yeah. So you paraphrase hobby, and then reason. I find it really Marta, yeah, morning fun, yeah, relaxing. Then we'll give an example. In a typical week, I'll go out, yeah, and then an alternative. I'll go out. On the other hand, if the weather is really bad, so what are you going to do in the gym? What do you do in the gym? Hopefully you don't take selfies. So what do you do in the gym? So think of an expression we use when someone goes to the gym. Yeah, Nora. Yeah, good. Work out in my local gym instead. And then we can summarize. So yeah, I'm quite, so what are we going to put in there? Something person. What kind of person would you say? Yeah, sporty. Active would also work. Yeah, so sporty person. So that's a nice suitable length to respond to the question. So we've got some nice phrasal verbs. I'll go out, work out, and then adverbs and vague language. Yeah, probably. Really, 3 to 4 times. Okay. So yeah, I'm quite a sporty person. So now if you look, we'll use I'll for habit. Yeah, I'll go out. Okay, let's have a look. We'll have a look at some more questions. So we've got our format: answer, reason, example, alternative, summarize. So do you think hobbies should be shared with other people? Okay. Did you have a hobby when you were a child? And then why do you think people have hobbies? So, do you think hobbies should be shared with others? So if it was, do you think hobbies should be shared with others? A lot depends on the individual. Some people like to do activities with others, while some prefer to do activities on their own. Depends on the person, really. Okay, yeah, SR11. Okay, good. Now, Silvana, and be careful of using of course, yeah? So for example, if the examiner said, do you have any hobbies? Of course, I like, if you say of course, it kind of comes across as quite rude to the other person, as if they're stupid. Of course I've got hobbies, are you an idiot? So be careful of using of course, because sometimes it can come across as rude, as if it's obvious. Okay. Did you have a hobby when you were a child? Okay, I mean, yeah, well, of course. Nope, don't use it. Why do you think people have hobbies then? Nora used to draw. Okay. Sky, you prefer to be alone. Okay. Sharing brings more joy. Hmm. So, depending on the individual, for number one, did you have a hobby when you were a child? Most children have some kind of hobby. If you didn't, then it's better to say something than nothing. Yeah. So, Mohammed, yeah. Well, fun, for example, keen on football, definitely. Okay, good. Okay, okay, good. So let's have a look at planning your talk. So one of the topics is to describe a movie, maybe a TV show, a book, so that you know. So we've got two examples here we'll have a look at. So we've got a book and we've got a film you've seen recently. Okay. Okay, some good answers coming in from before. A bit slow on the chat box, but yeah, I know that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at this. First of all, look at the genre of the books or films. So what is the first one? What genre is that? Yeah, Tongue, Tamdan, yeah, Sky, good. Action. What about the next one? I'm sure everyone will know this. Okay. It's probably lagging though because there's a lot of people online. So as long as you can hear me, romance. Yeah, good. What about that one? Now, I thought this guy was famous everywhere. Comedy, yeah. Last one. Maybe you didn't see this film, it might be before your time. Thriller, okay. So, you choose one film to describe in the following activity. So we'll see how far we get through. So a lot of people run out of things to say when they're describing a book or film. Yeah, so they start off well and then they quickly run out of things to say. So we'll have a look at an example in a minute, but you don't necessarily have to stick to the prompts on the cards. Yeah, you'll probably answer them anyhow as you go through your talk. So we'll look at an example structure that's going to help for both topics. Okay. Iman, I'm not sure. Maybe you have a slow connection. So, for example, a book or film, we'll talk about the name, author, director, genre, why did you choose to talk about it? And then when did you read, watch, where did you see it? Yeah, where did you get the book? Why did you choose it? And then who are the main characters? What do they want? What are they doing? And then what happens in the story? Yeah. So first outline the plot. So you're going to focus on the beginning there. And then, did you enjoy the book or film? Would you recommend it to others? Okay. So just have a look at that outline, that structure. So just have a look at the structure. And then we'll have a look now. I don't think I've seen this. So here's our example. So what do you think this film's about? Well, Deepika, I don't think so. Maybe. Anuj, probably not romance. Yeah. So what genre is it? So Champion said thriller, Sandra adventure. Okay, tree. Maybe it could be. How would you describe the main characters? So, well, you don't know because you haven't seen it. Yeah. What do you think happens? Well, if you look at the characters, it might not be too clear there. One looks a lot older than the other. So how do you think they might be related? How do you think they might be related? One looks a lot older than the other. So the man looks older than the girl. How could they be related? Yeah, Sky, dad and daughter. Yeah. Do they look a bit worried? I'm not so sure about humor. Do they look worried about anything? Do they look concerned? Well, I'm not so sure Mr. Bean is in this one, Matt. Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, let's have a look. So we'll introduce the book or film. Okay, so I can't actually see exactly because the chat box is in the way and I do not want to move it, otherwise my screen will freeze. So today I'd like to talk about a movie I've watched recently. The name of the movie is Leave No Trace. I'm not surely what can't see that, but I'll move the chat box up. So not entirely sure who the director was, but I think they're American. So hopefully you can still hear me. The movie is a type of family drama set in the Pacific Northwest of the USA. Introduce the book or film. So we can use this kind of language to introduce your own film or write a sentence or two in the chat, but I'm not so sure you're going to be able to do that because it looks like mine has frozen. Yeah, in fact, it definitely has frozen. So let's see if it unfreezes. Okay, hopefully I'm back. So now, see if you can introduce your own film or book in the chat box. So today I'd like to talk about the name, not entirely sure the movie, chose to talk about this film. Okay, yeah. Can you see it now? Can you see the text now? Okay, right, we'll just move on, otherwise we're in danger of not finishing today. So let's have a look. So, background. Where did you read or see it? Where did you get it from? Why did you choose to read it? So I watched this movie with my partner. It was a Friday night, tired from working all week, decided just to catch a movie. Yeah. And then why we chose it, ended up streaming it from Netflix. So some good language here. Yeah, catch a movie. Quiet one. So quiet one means to stay in and do nothing. Yeah, I decided to have a quiet one. What did you do on Saturday? I just had a quiet one. Okay, we check it out. We ended up. So let me go back there, just check that vocab out. Okay, can you see now? You should be able to. Okay, good. Yeah, if I move the chat box, sometimes it'll freeze, so I try not to move it. Okay. So we'll give a little bit of background information. Yeah. I watched this movie. I chose this one because we ended up. So we won't have time to go through this together. Otherwise, we're going to run out of time. So let's have a look at number 3. We're going to introduce the main characters and who they are. So 2 main characters, father and his daughter. The father is an army veteran, some emotional problems, wants to hide away from society. His daughter is about, can't see the age, but she just wants a normal life. So let me go back. Okay, have a look at that. Hopefully you can see the vocab. Okay. So we've introduced the main characters, who they are. So 2 main characters are X and Y. X is he, she wants to, Y is he, she wants to. Okay. And then outline the plot. So we've got some examples there at the beginning, but then eventually, so now this is nice at the end. I won't spoil the ending for you. I won't spoil the ending of the movie for you, but it's very sad. Okay, so have a look at the vocab in there. So present continuous there, living. So introduce the initial situation, and then we've got present simple to describe the main events. Very sad. Run away. Yeah, can't accept. So if we're narrating or telling a story, often we would use the present tense. We'd be using the present tense. Now, then we would outline the plot, yeah, as we've just done at the beginning, but then eventually I won't spoil the ending for you, but, okay, so we won't have time for you to do this. Move on to 5. Did you enjoy it? Would you recommend it? Okay. It was compelling. I definitely recommend it. Okay, whoops. So have a look there. So you would tell the examiner your opinion. I enjoyed it. I definitely recommend it to others. So you can see, if you put all these pieces together, you should easily be speaking for 2 minutes. Okay. So in part 3, you'll be asked questions that are related to the part 2 topic. So do you think children should study art in school? So you'll be asked to give opinion. So here, which words tell you that you need to give an opinion? Okay. So which words here are telling you that you need to give an opinion? Well, have a look at the question. Which words tell you that you need to give an opinion? Yeah. Do you think? Should. Yeah. What about this one? Good. About. So which words tell you in this one that you need to give an opinion? Okay, some people say, do you agree? This one. Okay, should. Now, let's see if we can get through everything. So there's 7 phrases here. 4 of them are wrong. Which 4 have mistakes? So see if we can quickly finish this off. From my opinion, seems to me that, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, so 3 and 6, I completely agree, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, yeah. What about number 1? Okay, let's have a quick look. There you go. So I completely agree. Okay, I strongly disagree about the idea. So with. Okay, now we'll quickly correct them because we're running out of time. So in, concerned, I am, and then we can change that to with. Okay, have a quick look at those guys. Now, it looks like, unfortunately, guys, I'm not going to get around to answering many of your questions. So, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. So we'll just move on to the last slide. Okay. So we've only got a few minutes left. Quite a lot of information on those slides, guys. So sorry we didn't get through them all. But at least you get a good look at how you can plan your talk, your part 2, and then some ways you can answer part 1 questions. Now, I'll see if I can quickly have a look in the Q&A here and answer a couple of questions before we leave. There's some links there for you guys for the premium services. I've put the links also at the beginning of the chat box. So if you scroll right to the beginning, you'll see the links. So if you want your speaking or writing evaluated to find out what kind of score you're going to get, then one of our teachers, could be myself or someone else, might be able to help you. Up and coming webinars, so future webinars coming up. And then we've got listening and reading videos for you on IELTS online tests, and then YouTube channel you can look at for lectures that we've already, or webinars that we've already done, and then we've got our Facebook group. So we've got 3 minutes left. Can I answer 3 questions? Let me see. I feel like I'm doing a part 2 topic card in the IELTS test. Costigan, yeah, can you say something about your names, Tree? I'm not so sure what you mean. Okay. Okay. I see some of you have been putting the answers in. So maybe I don't have 56 questions. Let me see. Okay. Now, let's see. Are there any questions in here on these responses? So remember, guys, questions go Q&A, and then chat boxes to answer my questions. All right? Okay, let me see if I can see any questions. The chat box is very, very slow. Let's see. If you have a question, then just put it in the chat box. The Q&A is very slow, extremely slow. Unfortunately, it keeps on freezing, guys. So I may not get round to answering any questions today. So sorry about that. Usually we have 15, 20 minutes, but it looks like we're going to run out of time today. Okay. Just one thing with relax, I was going to point out before. Don't say I like to read to relax myself. You don't need to use myself. Okay? Reading helps me to relax. You don't need to say reading helps me to relax myself. And also be careful with of course. Okay? Right, guys, I'm going to have to disappear because I have another class. So I hope you found it useful. I know at the end we went quite quick there, but we were running out of time. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough time to get through everything today, but never mind. Stay tuned for more webinars to help you prepare for the test. And if you need any of our premium services, you can check out the links. Okay, guys, bye for now and see you next time.